Hi, welcome back to Teen Talks. My name is Cameron.
I'm Sapri.
And I'm Farah.
Okay, and our topic for today is colorblind casting in media. So just to start off, what are you guys' thoughts on the rise of colorblind casting and the productions that have come out recently?
I think whoever's the best at it should get the job, and I think that's what's been going on. And certain groups of people are a little upset that it's not them as much. Like with the Little Mermaid, what's it called? They said that they casted her because she was the best, and she's a singer, so it's really hard to compete with that. So I like anyone that's upset with that. Like even my aunt Loki, she was upset about it. Actually, she was telling me that it was they're doing it just because she was black. And I'm like, they literally said that she was the best singer there, so that's why I cast her. I mean, that's how it should be.
No, yeah, I saw a video of the casting directors talking about it, and they were like, yeah, she was the first one who came in from the audition, and everyone else who came after, they just kept comparing them to her because she was just so good. And I saw the movie the other day, and she actually was cast perfectly. Like, I don't think anyone else could have played that role as well as her. So yeah, I agree. Like, if you're the best at the role, I get it.
I definitely agree with you guys because I actually saw it yesterday too. And she really did really well, especially like her acting and her voice, because she's acted in a couple of things before. So she already knows how to act, and then we know she can sing. And especially since the character isn't based off race, I don't think it was ever a big deal of who played her. So I think they did well with the casting on that.
Yeah, it's like a big argument too. Like people be like, "What if Black Panther was black? What if Black Panther was cast as a white man?" You'd be pretty upset. And I'm like, it's not the same thing because like Black Panther's about an African king that is hiding from white oppression. Like, what? How does that work?
Yeah, and that comment kind of transitions over into the next question that I had, which was so do you think that colorblind casting affects the way that the story is told? Because a lot of people in historical dramas like Bridgerton too, that does a lot of colorblind casting, and people are like, well, none of those people were white. I mean, not none of those people were white. None of those people were black, so you can't make them black. Or none of those people were Asian, so you can't make them Asian. But it's do you think that changing the race of the characters and the time period changes the way that the story is told? Or do you think it really affects it, or does it not even matter?
I've never seen Bridgerton, so I don't really know the storyline behind it, but I'm guessing it's like England and the yeah. So, but honestly, when I seen this new one on Netflix, I didn't watch it, but I seen the them advertising it, and I think it was some black girl playing. I don't know. I want to say Charlotte. I'm not sure.
Queen Charlotte, yeah.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I was a little confused. Well, I was curious though that they chose a black girl to play that part, but I don't know how differently that could have affected the story because I never watched it and I don't really know what it's supposed to be portraying. But it definitely surprised me a little bit because I would be expecting a white lady to be playing that part, but
For me, as long as it doesn't like affect the story, like if the character is not meant to be black or like not meant to be white, like because some people like that's their whole thing, like their culture. Like you can't change an Irish person's culture and have them be portrayed by a black person. You feel me? Because like you can't. That's like what's it called? Cultural appropriation. You can't pretend to put someone else in their shoes. The same way, like if you tried to put a white actor to play an African man and he started doing an African accent, like people would call that racist. You feel me? Like you gotta if the character like Nick Fury was supposed to be white in the comic books, but then they had Michael or what's his name? Dang, I really forgot his name. You know what I'm saying? The black guy who plays him. Samuel L. Jackson, yeah. They got him, and it works perfectly.
Yeah, well, I have seen Bridgerton and like what's it called? I really feel like the casting, it doesn't really change a lot of the story, in my opinion, because well actually it did change part of the story because it changed the way that they approached her as a character, but then they did like do a little disclaimer like this isn't historically accurate. This is just a portrayal. Like this is like don't take it too serious type disclaimer before the show started. But like they in like honestly, I think she played the role really well. I don't see anyone else who could have played that role as well. So I think she was really well cast in that position. And also I think that like in shows like that, like when they do the colorblind casting, they also did change a lot of the story. So like they had the like elite society was split into like white elite society and then like people of color elite society, and they like did a thing where they had part of her court be people of color and part of her court be white. So like they did change part of like the story in that sense where they did like acknowledge the fact that like we did cast this colorblind, but then they went back and acknowledged it. But I don't know. Sometimes I feel like you don't always have to acknowledge it. Like, I don't know, it could be nice just to like have a colorblind cast and then no one mentions anything. Like it's just kind of like, oh, this is just how we are living.
Have you seen Hamilton the play?
Yeah.
Like that is colorblind casting, and they don't even acknowledge it in the play.
Yeah, I know. I really like the way Hamilton did the colorblind casting too, because like they did the exact same thing, practically, I think the exact same time period, and they just cast it and then was just kind of like, oh well, like they just let it happen. But I feel like because this show was much bigger, she did feel like she had to acknowledge it a little bit because like it's based off of a book series, and the book series, all the characters are white. So they did kind of cast it differently to the time period and differently to the books. So I think that's why they mentioned it, but I kind of sometimes wish they like just left it. Mm. Do you think we'll see more colorblind casting in the future?
Definitely. I think that's just how it's going. And there are definitely studios using it for like clout though. Like I wouldn't be surprised if we see some people just do it because they want to have, like, you see Ariel, like people made a bunch of fuss, and then that made a bunch of like black people like, "Oh, shit, I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna go see Ariel just because there's a black lead in it." But like people, that's partially because people are making such a fuss about it, you feel me? So like I'm gonna go see it just because of that. So studios are definitely gonna use that to their advantage.
I definitely think they will continue to do the colorblind casting. And I think it will actually be good for at least American society because I think it will help normalize it for all the haters when it comes to anybody of color being the main cast of something that was originally white, especially with the Little Mermaid and the backlash. Because I remember when they first announced it, I want to say it was like 2018, 2019. I was in, no, yeah, it was like during the summertime when I heard about it. And at first we thought it was like just an idea they had, or it wasn't, somebody was just talking, like it was just fake. And we didn't hear anything about it for years. So I just figured they wasn't doing it anymore. So once it finally came out this year and she did extremely well, I think it would really, help put down the stereotypes or that they thought she couldn't play the part. Because I know one thing they kept saying about, how Ariel, she combs her hair with that fork, and they were saying because she has locks, it's not going to come through or something like that. And I think, and she still did. She had a a fork and she combed her hair or whatever, but that's not really a big part of the story. It's the fact that she did exactly what they said she couldn't do, and she nailed it. So I think it would be good for expanding everybody's ideas on who should play what and what can be played by other people.
Yeah. What's it called? Bradshaw, he can't talk right now, but he wanted to say that like he does think that there will be a lot in the future just for more Black representation in movies and for more races being involved in movies. What's it called? Have you guys seen or heard anything about the Percy Jackson new show? You guys,
Bruh. Percy Jackson. When I was a kid, bro, those movies were my favorite. So I'm hyped for it. I haven't been keeping up with it low key, but I'm ready. What do they say about it?
because for Annabeth, they cast a young Black girl, upcoming actress Leah Savage Jeffries, as her, and they cast this South Asian kid whose name I can't remember right now, but I'm looking it up. Hold on. Jackson. Okay, I can't find it right now. Oh, his name is Aryan, or I think that's how you pronounce it. But he's playing Grover, right, in the new series. And there was so much like backlash for both of them, especially for Leah, because of this casting. And it was just like crazy backlash. Like,
First of all, why do they care? Grover is literally what's it called? That's the dude with the horse legs, right?
yeah.
I mean, I didn't know they were that pressed. And he was Black in the first one. Who cares? Like he already switched his race. And Annabeth, they just like seeing white girls. That's all I gotta say to that.
Yeah, I agree. I was so excited when I saw that casting. I was honestly like hoping for it, but like I think it was. I haven't seen the show; it hasn't come out yet. Like I don't know. I think it comes out maybe like a year or maybe later this year. I have no idea when it comes out, but not anytime soon. But like I know that it was like really big, but like a part of me was like also that's kind of like what made me start to think about the fact that like sometimes like when you change the race of a character, right? Like I don't know, like do you have to acknowledge it? Do you not have to acknowledge it? Because I remember in the books, there were a lot of times where Annabeth did stuff, and I was like, "You're such a little blonde white girl." Like, I don't know if that makes any sense, but like there was a lot of times she would do stuff, and I was like, "Yeah, you would never be able to do this if you weren't a little blonde white girl." And I feel like sometimes like you have to account for that when you change the race of a character, but then it's also like for the rest of the character, like she's literally like, who cares? And a bunch of people were saying that like, oh, it can't be played by a Black girl because all of the uh children of Athena have to have gray eyes or something. And you're like, yeah, Black people can't have gray eyes. They're like, what are you talking?
People just find any reason to hate. But I actually have a question because like I don't know how it is where in DC or whatever, but like in my school, there's like a conversation going around because they're like in my school there's literally no white girls at all besides like one or two, and they're in different grades, right? So in my grade, we like there was a discussion going around like because it's like looked down upon if you date outside of your race, low key. I wanted to know like is that the same at y'all school or no?
My school is mainly Black, so we don't have too many. I mean, I guess we do, but I feel like my school has a lot of different cliques, so everybody kind of sticks in that clique, and a lot of our, I guess, white girls are in that same clique as the Black people. So we don't have that typical, I guess, white girl at my school. So I don't think the match is what you might, I don't know how to explain it, but no, they don't really, well, like the only mixing I see would be like a black kid and a Hispanic kid. That's as far as it really goes.
Okay, well, my school is like primarily white, predominantly white, and it is all girls. So I don't know, we don't, I guess like mainly all of the Black students at my school tend to like come together. Like we're all kind of close. We all know each other. I mean, there's like 8 of us, but like, so we all kind of come together really. And it's like, I don't know, we don't really talk too much about it, I guess. Well, because it's just such a small percentage of us, like we're not really focused on who each other is dating like that. But I will say that like we do like take notice when the white girls at my school date someone who's Black. Like we'll be like, oh wow, like for real? Like I don't know. But I don't know, we don't really have like the same type of thing, mainly because like I guess it's when there is such a small percentage of Black students in your circle or like around you, then you tend to flock to them, and that's just tend to who you be around.
That makes sense. My brother goes to Temple, is like super white, like really, really white. But like him, like all of his friends are Black. The only people we talk to, and he was like, he said it's just because there's such a cultural difference. But I don't know if that's what it is for you guys. But he was like, they like literally their entire like ideas of everything almost is completely different from his. But they're also pretty weird. Like one guy got drunk and then jumped on a girl while she was in her bed and like tried to sleep on her. It was strange. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like, well, for me, really, it was more that like I was coming into this school from a school that was like pretty much all Black. And so when I got there, like I'm also like not the best person at making friends. So I just tried to make friends, and then like I just went to the people who look like who what I knew. So I just like went over and I tried to find the nearest Black person, and then I was like, okay, we're friends now. And that's what happened. I've just grown my circle from there. And it's not like I'm not close with the other girls in my grade. It's just more that like it was easier to find a community with the Black students in my grade. But I will admit there's a bit of a difference. Like I was talking to my cousin Logan about this the other day, and she was telling me about how like the difference between white parties and Black parties. And as she was describing her experience at this like white party that she was at, I was like, yeah, that checks out. Yeah, I definitely see that's happening. Because like she was just like so disturbed by the fact that like they all love to get drunk really quickly, and they love to get drunk and they love pool parties.
On Thursday, I went to like this like end of year grad thing, and it's like PG, so it's all Black and like Latino, right? There was like no alcohol. Well, there was a little bit of alcohol, but like it's like it's not weird, but like less people like drink there. And then like compared to if I go to like, because my cousin what's it called, she went to school in a white county, so when I went to a party with her, it's just like it's alcohol and pills, which is absolutely insane to me. Like people are actually doing Percocets in our grade. I was mind blown by that. But yeah, mostly it's just weed at the black parties, and then what's it called? A lot of alcohol and pills at the white party.
I was wondering, like, what's the relationship between you guys' wait, your junior and your senior classes? Because I feel like at my school they don't like the juniors. Like it's just rival, no, not rival. It's like they don't like class of 24 because some of 24 is always with 25. No, not 25, my bad. 23. Like at their parties. Like my school just had this little thing for the seniors where they had some food outside, and but they invited everybody outside, and some of the juniors got into the line. I guess some of the seniors were mad that they got some food even though it was for everybody. I don't know. And then there was like this whole thing on people be posting stuff on their stories talking about how much they hate the junior class, da da da. So I was just wondering, is that everybody's school? Is that just my school?
Y'all cool most of the time. Like the junior class is cool most of the time. Y'all just need to mind your own business sometimes. Like next year's your year. Let us have this. Like there was a skip day thing and a bunch of juniors trying to go because they got cars now. I'm like, bro, you'll have your time. Chill. Especially since like we didn't get a lot of stuff in our younger grades. Like 10th grade, we missed our entire 10th grade. So we already didn't get to do as much shit. So we're just like, y'all need to mind your own business.
Yeah. I feel like my school is like kind of the opposite. I don't really know though, but like I feel like our junior and senior class we're pretty close. Like I wouldn't say like we're like super duper close or anything, but I do say like I feel like a lot of the seniors have a lot of junior friends and a lot of the juniors have a lot of senior friends. But my school, we also do this thing where we have ring sisters, where every there's a junior who has like a sister in the grade above them. So you have a sister in the grade above you and the sister in the grade below you. And we have like a ring ceremony and blah, 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 blah. So like you always have like at least like that one person that like you're close with. But I do feel like maybe this year especially, the juniors and seniors have kind of come together more out of fear of the freshmen. Because something about having COVID take away your entire elementary and middle school experience has made that group of children unhinged. And so we've kind of come together as like an upperclassmen in separation of the lowerclassmen because they're scary people. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with the freshman thing. Our freshmen are pretty wild. This one freshman in my department posted something on her. She had posted like a pictures or whatever, and her caption. I don't know if I can say that on here, but her caption really threw me off, especially for I'm pretty sure she's like 14, but I don't know if I can say it. But she just said something. She said, "Call me blank the way I be dripping." Like it's just stuff like that. Like I'm like, why would you post that on your? I don't understand. And if you and my school is super strict with their dress code, so but they be wearing the most scandalous stuff. Like they be wearing all these shorts, these dresses. They be, but not even just the girls, the guys too. But it's just crazy. They're just kind of.
That girl not going to college, bro. Like I would hate to see like, but like no, the freshman this year, bro. I went to homecoming. I already didn't want to go because there was a party that night. I didn't want to go there. And then I see like literally there's a strip going on. All the freshmen are twerking. I leave immediately. I'm not getting. I cannot deal with you. Like it's 13-year-old girls twerking. I'm like, and some of the seniors are watching. I'm like, wow, y'all really like that.
Yeah, my school, it's more like no respect for authority. Like, I don't know, like I can't seem to figure out what they care about because like they just do anything they want. menaces, like they're disrespectful. We told them multiple times, like, guys, like that's like actually so rude. Like you're being like that's like just not a nice thing to say. Like you guys are just, like being really disrespectful to everybody. Like other people can hear you, even if your friends think it's a joke, blah blah blah. Blah. And like for some reason we can't figure out how to get them to care about others. I don't know. I don't know really what that is. But yeah, they're a little scary. And I have a feeling it's only going to get worse. I don't know. I know the eighth graders in my school are quite frightening. So
Some people just wasn't raised right, especially like these COVID kids. I mean, like, I'm happy that I at least like I didn't realize how good eighth grade was for like building my character, because like I was a really bad kid in like middle school. So like after eighth grade, I mellowed out. But like then you see a lot of the people that like it was last year, the eighth grade class that had COVID online were in ninth grade, and they were just a mess. Like they were sneaking kids into the school. They were just breaking stuff like that. And that devious lick challenge thing that was going on, they broke like all the stall doors and all the sinks. So it was a whole thing.
yeah, COVID messed stuff up in like ways I don't think anyone was like anticipating. Cause like I don't know, like we got out of the pandemic and everybody who I feel like everyone who had middle school before the pandemic like was able to get that humbling experience, cope from it, and move on and become a functioning human, right? But like, I don't know, I feel like everyone whose middle school experience was like caught up in COVID and below, everything below that, they've, I don't, I feel like it's not really over. Like we've come out of the pandemic. They say we're no longer in a global pandemic anymore. But like the effects, we haven't really dealt with them yet. Like I feel like we're not really noticing, like, but like it's like bad. Like those are like prime years for learning social skills for like all kids. And they're like not even just social skills too, like basic education stuff. Like there are kids who missed out on learning how to read. Like I tutor kids who are in the second grade and I'm tutoring them in reading because they missed that out on that because of COVID. Like it's just bad.
Yeah, those they definitely missed out on those years, especially to really. That's when you let out your crazy and your psycho tendencies. Like when I was in the eighth grade or middle school, whatever, we used to go after school, get some food. We used to go home a little late, take the train, whatever, and do whatever ridiculous stuff young children do. But I feel like since they were at home during that time, they got to high school and they're just like wilding out. Like they're freshmen skipping class. Like I don't be skipping class, but I'll be in my psychology class and like two freshmen walk in all the time. And then my teachers like go to class, like they're always in there. Honestly, I feel like at least for a freshman year, you should be sitting in class. Like you need to be learning what you need to learn, getting all that information in. They be running around the hallways like it's lunchtime and they're playing tag. We can go outside during lunchtime, so I don't know why they don't go outside and do that. But it's kind of like everybody sometimes. But when kids be jumping up to the door, the frame at the top, they be doing that in the hallways, or they'll be crowding near a locker, and they're just like in the way. Or this one freshman called one of my dance teachers the B word, and she's old, and I hate that disrespect, especially on that teacher because she's so innocent, like sweethearted. So they need to chill. I think they need like a wake up call. And or they need to breathe or something because they're, yeah.
And another thing, like these kids, like when I was in ninth grade, I skipped class a little bit because but I was going through some phase where I was like, I thought I could do it all by myself. It was a whole thing. But like I used to skip class, but like you kids, like me and my friends, we would just walk around, and like our school is basically in the middle of nowhere, but we would like walk with our friends to like the nearest gas station, was like some miles away. And that's how I started like bonding with people. But like kids now, because like their whole year was online, so they're still online. I feel like they're not really building those connections up in person anymore. It's kind of weird how to see like how most people now making their friends on Instagram instead of in person.
And I feel like this is really what's gonna define the difference between Gen Z and Gen Alpha. Because I think Gen Alpha is probably like the 11-year-olds and down, I want to say. And I feel like this is really going to be the defining difference in like the way that like we approach the world. Because like when we're adults and they're the teenagers, that's going to be scary. I'm scared. I'm scared of them kids. I'm sorry. They're so scary.
I'm scared for class of 23 when they go to college, because the ones, at least the ones at my school, they be talking so much, and I feel like that they think they really all that, and they be getting into hella fights and all that. But I promise you, when they get to college and y'all say that to the wrong person, I'm just saying, like the class of 23 at my school, they're just mean, like some I don't know, they're just really hateful. I'm not gonna say all 23, but at least the ones at my school, I'm scared for them because I don't know, but yeah.
I mean, we're chilling. We'll be fine, probably. Well, they might not be, but I'm gonna be fine. That's all that matters.
I feel like these next few years are going to be humbling for everyone. We're all going to grow up and move on to the next stage and get humbled, like consistently, everybody. Because we already saw 22. When 22 went to college, let's not. Because within the first, I want to say month, every other class was done. They were done with them. They were so tired. But shoot, wait, they're not even 22 anymore. What are they? 26? Either way, but I feel like everybody's about to get humbled by whatever comes next in life.
Are y'all party people or no?
No.
There's no parties that go around, so no.
Yeah. Like, I'm just so hyped because like I'm like not I'm not no, I'm definitely a party person, but like I'm just so ready. It's gonna be so much fun. I'm not looking to be humbled. I'm looking to just have straight up fun. Besides, like school obviously is my number one priority, and getting out in 4 years. Like what do I look like graduating 5 years after? But being at college is definitely gonna be fun for me. Like my brother and my cousin are already in college, like they're freshmen, so I got to hang out with them a lot. So I think I know the ropes pretty well. So I'm chilling, I think.
You know what you're majoring in?
Computer science.
Fun. Don't get too cocky though. I feel like it'll find a way to humble you. I hope it does.
You're just hating at this point. I went to UMD and like some of the computer science students there, like like how they have bags under their eyes in like TV shows and like their eyes are all sunken. Like they actually look like that. They look so drained and so depressed. It was terrible. That's not gonna be me though, because I'm responsible.
I feel like it's not even a responsibility. Isn't comp sci like one of the hardest majors under probably chem?
Yeah, but like I got this.
It's always good to have faith.
Just don't do too much partying and get that study on.
Don't play with me. You all know I'm about my books, you know. And I'm gonna graduate into it, bro. That's crazy.
Have you already had graduation or is it coming up?
I'm graduating twice because I'm in a program. So I graduated one from the community college, and then my real graduation is like Tuesday. Tomorrow. Damn.
How'd you grade your graduations tomorrow?
Not gonna lie, I clocked out after like what's it called? After my finals ended, so like literally a month ago, I didn't care about anything. I've been just chilling, working, and pardon me. This summer, I'm gonna try and make this summer as fun as possible. Like I'm about to go to beach weekend next week, and then after that, I'm just gonna work, fix my car, and then go to college, hopefully.
Did your school have your prom yet?
Yeah. It was so lame though, I'm not gonna lie. Like it was so bad. And the DJ was playing some trash songs from the 2000s. I was actually so upset.
Did anybody bring a goat or something?
Did anyone bring a what?
Not a goat.
No one. What? People bring goats to y'all's prom?
No, you didn't see that one video of the girl who had a goat with her prom dress, like in her photos?
That's ridiculous. If someone did that, they would be bullied like relentlessly. That does not eat.
I love prom dress season. It was so funny watching all of those videos. Like all the videos, the goat one was the funniest. And then there was also the girl who was like, I'm about to eat up the entire United States, put up with that gray wig.
Did you see her dress?
Yes. Oh, this is why like please stay humble because it's so embarrassing. It's so embarrassing when you can't back it up. Cause like I wasn't about to like say nothing. Like if she hadn't talked all of that, nobody would have said nothing. But the fact that she talked all of that and then came out looking like that was, oh, I felt so bad for her.
For me, people were trying to do too much. I think that's the issue. Like they just coming in like green suits with a bunch of stuff. I'm like, you look like a leprechaun. You need to chill out. Like I just did like a nice cream suit and just left it with that. Like people were trying to do way too much.
My school people don't do the big like fancy prom dress fits for prom. Honestly, like people treated it just like another dance, which was like highly disappointing. But like people were out there like just wearing like sundresses and like the dresses were cute and everything, but they weren't like the like stunning, like embellished, huge, big, like fancy dresses. And everybody left like 30 minutes before it ended, which was like really funny because my friends went to the bathroom and we came out the bathroom and everybody was gone.
I feel like prom is a lot more hype than it's supposed to be, or maybe because maybe my school's small, so maybe that's why. But like, oh my goodness, it's so lame. It's so bad. I have fun with my friends though, I guess.
How much were your tickets? Because I know one school's tickets was like 120.
Mine were like $70 each. So I divided. So it was like 140 in all because I had to get one for my date. That was not. It was not worth it. It was so bad.
My school's tickets, they were cheaper this year, actually. Our school's was only 50. Because I know a bunch of the seniors were complaining because they were like, last year it was like over $200 for 2 tickets, and this year it was only 100. They were like, I'm not mad they brought down the price, but like, why couldn't they bring it down last year?
Oh, so your prom does seniors and juniors at the same time?
Yeah, because like, well, there's only 90, no, I think it's only actually 88 people in the senior class. There's 81 people in my class. So it doesn't make sense to have, it doesn't make sense to do them separately because that's such a small group of people. And when everybody's leaving, like everybody left early, right? Normally, like at most dances is only the upperclassmen that leave early, but then prom is just upperclassmen. So everybody was gone. They were there, and our dances are only last for 2 hours. So they're for an hour and a half, and then everyone dipped out. So it doesn't make sense really to have it separate or just have it be seniors because that's so tiny.
Y'all know I have a brother school with like all men or no?
We do, but they have their prom. Like there's a separate.
So you have I would kill. Let me not say that. That sounds terrible. Like it's just all guys in one room.
Yeah, I didn't want to go. A bunch of my friends went though.
That's not prom though. That's like a what is that?
I mean, but they all brought dates, or most of them did.
Oh, so can you bring the opposite gender to the dance?
Mhm.
Oh, okay, there you go. All right. I thought it was just like you guys all in one room. So if you
No,
have bring them or a girlfriend.
you can bring dates, but like it's still not fun.
When do y'all get out?
Last day of classes was this past Friday, but I still have to go in the building until June 8th, which is graduation.
My last date is the 23rd. I'm gonna jump off a building. But the seniors, I think their last day is the same as your day, Cameron, like June 8th. Yeah. But unfortunately, DC had other plans.
That I will never understand. Like we went back in the building at the same time. I think y'all actually went back before I did. How are y'all still like we are done with classes a month before you? Like that's insane.
One, because they don't like us. Two, because they gave us this dumb winter break. No, not winter, but Christmas. We have a Christmas break, a winter break, and a spring break. It's because they entered that winter break. If we didn't have that, then I think we could have gotten out at least a week earlier. But because we have that, which they need to remove, because I'd rather having a break and get out earlier. But I think that's the main reason. But I think the earliest we've ever gotten out in DCPS history that I can remember is like June 14th. I think that's but that was like back in elementary school.
That's
That should be illegal. That's because like literally every other school system's out, and y'all are gonna be in there. People at what's it called, water parks, chilling, posting on their story, and you guys just have to sit there and watch. People don't show up on the last week of school though, right? Because like I would just.
I don't plan to, but and the worst part is the teachers stopped teaching by now, so it's like we're there for nothing. And then my dance teachers, they like one of my teachers have literally been gone out for 3 days straight. She hasn't even come. So I'm like, I'm coming to school, I'm changing into this uniform, and I'm putting my hair in a bun, and you're not even here. And then they're not even teaching class. They'll like have the seniors do like some random class or whatever, or they'll have us take African or something, or they'll have us sit in a classroom and do classwork. But we still have to change. Like it's kind of dumb to me, but
You get out of school 2 days before I come back from Morocco. Like that's crazy to me. I'll be a month into my break. That's so insane. Why?
I'm crying on the inside.
What could they possibly still have to teach y'all?
The only thing we have right now is just hella projects. Like I have a math project, a whole bunch of assignments in history. I have a dance essay I have to write. I have, it's just a whole, they just give us projects and then have them do later. So that's basically what we're working on for right now. But it's not like they're teaching anything new or we're going over lessons or something. It's literally just projects.
Honestly, you should just organize with your classmates. Just don't show up. They're really not gonna fail everyone. You can just not show up. Like what? That's June 21st is insane. I'm a summer baby, so I love my break. As soon as break goes out, and then it's right at my birthday, and then the rest of the summer. So I couldn't do it.
See, that's the thing. Like they have us in for so long. But honestly, I would be like we just had our dance showcase and I took off those 2 days because I didn't get my weekend because I was at school for 7 days straight. So I took my weekend and then I came to school because that's crazy. But then we're just stuck at school doing nothing essentially. And then it's getting hotter and then obviously everybody else is already out. And then Cameron's gonna be on her trip. She already started vacation. And I'm gonna be stuck at school. It's just it's really it's just wild. Like
Okay, like why did they put that extra break in there? Like what was the purpose of it? Did they ever explain that? Because that doesn't make any
to
sense.
keep us in school longer. I don't really know the real reason. I'm assuming I guess students complained about being drained in the middle of the school year and wanted that extra break, but we didn't need it.
Hmm. That's so dumb. Like I really can't even wrap my head around it. When does the rest of PG get out? Not seniors.
I could check right now because I'm gonna keep it real. I do not know. PG. Usually it's the 14th though. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Like last year was definitely the 14th that we got out, and I didn't even go for the last week because they just stopped caring. Last day of school is June 12th, I think. No, June 13th. Yeah. Even the teachers get out before you. That's kind of crazy. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I can't wrap my head around that. Like, how have you not managed? Like, what is it like 180 days kids have to be in school? I feel like you've hit that by now. And we didn't even have any snow days. Like there was no snow this year. So what is the purpose? What was your
Exactly. We had 0 snow days, so it's not like we had to make anything up. And it's just I I think they should. I don't know how we can appeal that because we didn't always have that winter break. I think it's only been here for like the past 2, 3 years, if that. I don't know. Yeah, like 2, 3 years. But I know they can take it away just as easily as they put it there because they've taken away stuff before. So that needs to be on the next council meeting. Go ahead.
Do you know any like complainer parents? Like my
No,
school, I
our
just
school is completely uninvolved. Our parents don't care. Like they do not care. There's no like school committee for the parents or whatever. It's like they have one for like our individual departments, but it has nothing to do with the actual school system.
yeah. I know from my school, whenever I have an issue with something, I just go to the kids with complainer parents and I make it their issue. Like then their parents go say something. But I feel like that's like this feels because that leaves you with 2 months of break. And most summer programs start by then. So that doesn't really that makes no sense. I feel like every other district around the country is out.
Definitely. You guys know about the free Planet Fitness for the summer for teens. Y'all need to get on that. Planet Fitness is the best. I don't know if they have them in DC though. Oh, yeah, on that.
Yes, hit that gym. But no, they do have some. And well, actually, I don't know because I was on the Maryland side when I seen it. But yeah.
You can use my free Planet Fitness. I won't be home.
Sorry, I can't. I'll be in school learning. So yeah.
Dang. This is so stupid. Okay, well, anything else on any of the extremely varied topics we talked about today?
Hallie ate that. So proud of her. It's so good. I might even go watch it again. You feel me? Because we watched it in 3D. It was so good in 3D. I promise you. It was
I watched it in IMAX. I felt like I was in the water. Like I was.
But the whole kill is I needed my glasses too. So I had my glasses on and then I had the 3D on top. So it was a little distracting with double rims at the corner of my eyes, but I promise you it was worth it. 3D, yes.
My little
but yeah,
grabbed the 3D glasses and were wearing them. And I was like, y'all are gonna give yourself a headache. You know the movie is not 3D. Like they just wore them anyways because they were like 3D glasses look cool.
Wait, how did they get the glasses?
They stole them out of the bin where you return the glasses.
Bruh. I can see them doing that too.
I was like, y'all know this movie is not in 3D. Y'all are gonna give yourselves a headache wearing dirty glasses. Anyways.
It's actually filthy. I'm gonna keep that. No.
Okay. Well, that was Teen Talks. Bye and have a great day.